Good morning to our viewers from all over the world. Welcome to Today in the Dailies, happening live on 24 News Radio and Television. This is a beautiful week, and we appreciate you for joining us here. I have the following newspapers with me. I have the Punch newspaper. I have the Tribune, Nigeria Tribune. I have the Leadership newspaper. I have the Vanguard. I have the Daily Trust. I have the Nation newspaper. First of all, before we go into details, I am Aiba Karina Wari and I am Bukola Comfort Dada. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much. First, from the headlines from the Daily Trust, it says, Why coup are unsettling West Africa? Another headline here tells us that decomposed body of quarantine teacher found in Niger. Here says Imo seals hotel mortuary over alleged organ harvesting. Another headline here from the Daily Trust says genocide, US lawmakers visit Nigeria on fact-finding mission. It says bandits kill 7 in Sokoto communities. It says airfares rise by over 300% in 2 years. And lastly, here says what you should know about non-interest mortgage in Nigeria. If any of these headlines interest you, you can pick up the Daily Trust newspaper for more information and details.
From the Nigerian Tribune, NSA, U.S. Congressional Delegation hold fact-finding talks in Abuja. Also from the Nigerian Tribune, UBA Group emerges African Banks of the Year for third time in 5 years. Still on the Nigeria Tribune, Benin Republic government foils coup attempts, arrests rebel soldiers. Also, finally, FG secured release of 100 abducted pubis in Niger State.
And from the Punch newspaper here, this major headline says, Security crisis, Tinubu, Macron holds talk as US fact-finders arrive. It says here, Boko Haram fight lasting longer than civil war is troubling. This is from Obasanjo. Here says, Anambra prison inmates wins international whistleblower award. Here says, Abiodun Adeboye associates honor Adedoyin in 90th birthday Thanksgiving. PDP crisis, Wike block plan state progress, national convention. And here says Nigeria's World Bank debt to hit $9.65 billion.
From the Vanguard newspaper, how Benin Republic could fail, FG. Also from the Vanguard newspaper, amid blackouts, NERC experts clash as discos revenue rises to 1.7 trillion naira. Still on the Vanguard newspaper, FG secures release of 100 school children abducted in Niger State. Police storm kidnappers camp in Abuja, rescue 7 victims. You can find more of this news on the Vanguard newspaper.
And from the Leadership newspaper here says 100 Niger school children freed. It says Macron offers to help Tinubu tackle insecurity. 14 arrested over foiled Benin coup. It says cargo imports rise by 50% amid Nigerian stability, lower inflation. Defense Minister Musa will deliver, Kebbi Governor. Obasanjo reiterates carrot and stick approach to end insurgency. Imams Association files testimony on Sharia law before US Congress. People's Democratic Party faction sets up National Caretaker Committee. You can pick up the Leadership newspaper for more information.
From the Nation newspaper, Ribadu in talks with US team. Also from the Nation newspaper, Nigerian state fighter jets, ground forces at troops foil hope in Benin Republic. Still on the Nigerian newspaper, Seven taken out from Kaduna forest. For more details on those news, you can pick up the nation's newspaper.
Thank you. We'll be going on a quick short break. Stay tuned so that I can get the details of these headlines.
Radio and television for breaking news and current happenings across the globe. 24 News Radio and Television. The world is closer than you think. Welcome to 24 News Radio and Television, your trusted companion for real-time updates, expert analysis, and compelling conversations. We bring the world closer to you with clear, credible, and concise information at every moment. With our seasoned reporters and sharp broadcasters, we dig deep to uncover the facts behind the headlines from your neighborhood to the global stage. Stay connected with 24 News Radio and Television for breaking news and current happenings across the globe. 24 News Radio and Television. The world is closer than you think.
For staying here with us. Now, from the leadership newspaper, it says 100 Niger school children freed. The abductors of the children and staff of St. Mary Catholic School, Papiria, Guara local government area of Niger State, have reportedly released 100 of them. Leadership reported that 315 were abducted, 50 escaped 24 hours after abduction, leaving 265 of them in captivity. A source from Borgu hinted that several buses with the inscription Office of the National Security Advisor were heading towards Wawa in Borgu, local government area carrying rescued children. Meanwhile, the church, responding to the request of their confirmation, said it will be a thing of joy if some of our children have been released. We have been praying and waiting for their return. If it's true, then it's cheering news. The response of the bishop of the Catholic Diocese, Kontagora, Bishop Bulus Johanna, stated further that, however, we are not officially aware and have not been duly notified. We hope and pray it is true, and will be looking forward to when the remaining will be released. 100 Niger school children freed. You can pick up the leadership newspaper for more details.
We thank God for this news, at least 100. So that means the government are taking proactive steps.
And we hope the other children, the 165 remaining, we hope they'll be released quicker so they can reunite with their families.
Amen. All right, from the Nigerian Tribune, NSA, US Congressional Delegation hold fact-finding talks in Abuja. National Security Advisor Nuru Ribadu on Sunday hosted a visiting delegation of the United States Congress in Abuja, continuing high-level engagements aimed at strengthening security cooperation between both countries. Ribadu, in a post on X, said the lawmakers were in Nigeria on a fact-finding mission following earlier meetings in Washington, D.C., where the discussion centered on shared security priorities, counterterrorism, cooperation, and regional stability. This morning, I received a U.S. congressional delegation on a fact-finding mission to Nigeria following our earlier engagements in Washington, D.C. on shared security priority, he wrote. NSA, U.S. Congressional Delegation holds fact-finding talks in Abuja. For more details on those news, you can pick up the Nigeria Tribune.
We've been having so much good news, and I'm glad the US are finally stepping in to come and look at what is happening, actually going on in this country. And they have like lots of intelligence skills and more intelligent personnel. And then if they come, they will definitely find out the root cause of this violence and insecurity happening in Nigeria. We just hope for better results, and we hope our government also cooperates with them so that we can make progress.
We hope so.
Yeah. From the Daily Trust, Imo steals hotel mortuary over alleged organ harvesting. The Imo State government has sealed a hotel and a private mortuary in Umuhu community, Ngo Opala, after authorities discovered decomposed and mutilated corpses kept in unhygienic conditions, sparking suspicion of illegal organ harvesting activities. The development was announced in a statement issued on Sunday by the state's police spokesman Henry Okoye, who said the action followed a coordinated operation targeting kidnapping and violent crimes along the Owerri-Aba Expressway, and that the operation was led by the Commissioner of Police, Aboki Danjuma, in a collaboration with other security stakeholders. He explained that the crackdown was informed by credible intelligence linked to a suspected criminal kingpin, Stanley Morocco Opara Ugo, who was on the run. According to the statement, officers inspected the hotel and private mortuary allegedly owned by Opara Ogo, said to be used by kidnappers and violent criminals. Imo Seals Hotel, mortuary over alleged organ harvesting. You can pick up the Daily Trust for more information. This is really disheartening.
I'm telling you, so
Yeah.
disheartening.
It's really disheartening. And if why is he on the run? If the allegations
It's not true.
yeah, why are you on the run? So
That means there is an atom of truth
in
in
it.
the allegation.
Yes, and it is even the truth. Let's not even say there's it can even be the truth. Yeah, because you have a hotel, that means criminals can come there, kill people, and you also have a mortuary
In the
where they kill
hotel.
people, like you can imagine. Wow.
That's so serious. From the Nation newspaper, Nigeria sent fighter jets, ground forces as troops foil coup in Benin Republic. Nigerian, African Union, and the Economic Community of West African States yesterday condemned an attempted military takeover in Benin Republic. They gave the condemnation as confusion and gunfire were reported in parts of the Cotonou following an announcement by some soldiers claiming to have removed President Patrick Talon from office. But amidst the confusion, Benin's government said its armed forces had foiled the coup attempt after a group of soldiers in the West African nation claimed on national television to have seized power. Nigeria sent fighter jets, ground forces as troops foil coup in Benin Republic. You can pick the Nation newspaper for more details of the news.
And from the Leadership newspaper, it says UBA Group wins Africa's Bank of the Year for the third time in 5 years. United Bank of Africa, UBA PLC, has reaffirmed its leadership as one of the continent's most innovative and resilient financial institutions after emerging as African Bank of the Year 2025 by the banker for the third time in 5 years. UBA also won the Best Bank of the Year's award in 9 of its 20 African subsidiaries, bringing its total award to this year to 10, as UBA Benin, UBA Chad, UBA Republic of Congo, Congo Brazzaville, UBA Liberia, UBA Mali, UBA Mozambique, UBA Senegal, UBA Sierra Leone, and UBA Zambia all came out tops as the best banks in their respective countries. This underscores the bank's strength across West, Central, and Southern Africa and highlights the depth of its Pan-African franchise, the group announced on Sunday. The Banker, a leading global finance news publication of the Financial Times of London, organizes the annual Banks of the Year Awards, and this year's edition was held as a grand ceremony at the Peninsula, London on Wednesday. UBA Group wins Africa's Bank of the Year for third time in 5 years. You can pick up the Leadership newspaper for more details. Wow. Congratulations to them, to UBA Bank. Thank God I banked with them.
From the Vanguard newspaper, police storms kidnappers camp in Abuja, rescue 7 victims. The police in Abuja busted a kidnapping syndicate following a raid on their den in Yusafa, which led to the rescue of 7 kidnapped victims after a gun duel. Spokesman for the FCT command, SP Josephine Hadel, disclosed this in a statement. She said, on December 5, 2025, the FCT Police Command received a distress report that armed men had invaded a community in Yusafa and abducted several residents. In a swift response, a joint team comprising operative of the FCC anti-kidnapping units alongside personnel of the armed and the DSS mobilized to the area on 6 December 2025 and immediately commenced a coordinated search operation. Acting on credible intelligence, the team traced the suspects through the outskirts of Mape community and into the settlement extending towards Kaga, Kagako local government of Kaduna State. Police stormed kidnappers' camp in Abuja, rescue 7 victims. If you find this news interested, you can pick up the Vanguard newspaper for more details.
Let's clap for our military personnel.
Yeah,
they've been doing like really good
yes,
this
they've
way,
been
and I
trying.
like it. The fact that you once you hear that there's a crime, you immediately attack the issue, not like let it linger for days, and then when it's time to now go to attack the issue, you see that the kidnappers have looked for a way to run or escape. But now that they are attacking the issue at the right time and on spot,
We
kudos
thank
to
God
them.
and we appreciate them, just like the Minister of Defense had promised us.
Yes.
So I think he's working.
He's
Well
doing
done,
well
yes.
done, sir. We'll be going on a quick short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome to 24 News Radio and Television, your trusted companion for real-time updates, expert analysis, and compelling conversations. We bring the world closer to you with clear, credible, and concise information at every moment. With our seasoned reporters and sharp broadcasters, we dig deep to uncover the facts behind the headlines from your neighborhood to the global stage. Stay connected with 24 News Radio and Television for breaking news and current happenings across the globe. 24 News Radio and Television. The world is closer than you think.
From Abuja to Lagos, Sokoto to Port Harcourt, Enugu to Ilorin, all across Nigeria, we bring you news and information that will make your day. We are news. We are 24 News Radio TV.
Welcome back from the quick short break. From the Vanguard newspaper, PDP crisis. Wike come to move to reorganize state chapters, conduct fresh congresses, convention. The Factional Board of Trustees (BOT) of the Nation Wike Tendency in People's Democratic Party (PDP) has unveiled a major internal restructuring plan to reorganize troubled state chapters and prepare the ground for fresh congresses and a national convention. Chairman of the Factional BOT, Senator Mao Owu-Abuan, who disclosed this at the opening section of the board's meeting held at the live camp official residence of the FCT, Minister Nwesom Wike, Abuja yesterday, said the group was committed to rebuilding the PDP from within and restoring public confidence in its internal processes. Onwabua said the faction was already making meaningful progress in reorganizing affected states, including the constitution of credible caretaker committees, explaining that the initiative will prepare the ground for transparent congresses and subsequent convention process. PDP crisis. Wike's camp moves to reorganize state chapters, conduct fresh congresses, convention. For more details on this news, you can pick up the Vanguard newspaper.
Don't you think that instead of all this back and forth happening in the PDP, since they are now divided, the other side should go and form their own party or join another party? From the Punch again, another political news, it says defection rumors rise as Fubara faces mounting assembly fire. Speculation is mounting that the Rivers State Governor, Similayi Fubara, may soon dump the People's Democratic Party for the All Progressive Congress, following fresh political turbulence in the state. Last Friday, 17 members of the House of Assembly, loyal to the former Governor Nyesom Wike and led by the Speaker Martin Samewule, announced their defection from PDP to the APC, instantly shifting the legislature's balance of power. The only 3 lawmakers considered loyal to Fubara have not resumed sitting since 6 months emergency rule in the state was lifted, deepening uncertainty around the governor's political future. Speaking with the Punch, a PDP chieftain and former member of the House of Representatives, Obona Woke, said recent political movements in the South-South suggest Fubara may eventually head to the ruling party at the center. Woke, who represented Eche Omuma in the National Assembly and was served as a Rivers Commissioner for Information, said the defection of the governors in Delta, Akwa Ibom, and most recently Bayelsa, formerly PDP strongholds, point to a broader trend that may pull Fubara along. Defection rumors rise as Fubara faces mounting assembly fire. You can pick up the Punch newspaper for more details. And like I said, that this PDP problem is like really a big issue, and the election is forthcoming, so they need to do something about it. And
yeah, they do or die affair. PDP is not a good party to stay. You can just decamp and go to another state now.
So it's like recycling. So those in PDP are still those in the APC. Yes. Those in APC will still be those in the PDP. So what is even going on? What are they even doing? And PDP used to be like one of the high flyers back in the day, but they are beginning to lose credibility because of all these unnecessary issues. It's well with them.
This news is coming from the Voice of Liberty. Arewa youth backs demand for forensic probe of FIRS, RHIDF. The Arewa Consultative Youth Movement, AYF, has added its voice to a growing wave of national agitation demanding a sweeping forensic investigation into the Federal Inland Revenue Service, the Renew Hope Infrastructure Development Fund, and the conduct of FIRS Chairman Zach Adedeji. In a statement issued on Saturday, the group said the mounting allegation surrounding the opaque handling of taxpayer fund has plunged public confidence to troubling lows. The AYM insisted that the situation had become too weighty for the government to ignore. Its president, Kabiru Yusuf, has said the movement is aligned with civil society organizations, lawmakers, and advocacy coalition that have for weeks questioned financial decisions on disbursement of critical revenue streams. Arewa Youth backs demand for forensic probe of FIRS, RHIDF. You can pick the Voice of Liberty newspaper for more details on this news.
And lastly, from the Punch Sports, this is sports news. It says Atalanta boss rules Lookman AFCON departure. Atalanta manager Raffaele Palladino has expressed disappointment over the impending absence of Nigerian winger Ademola Lookman for the 2025 African Cup of Nations, following his team's 3-1 Serie A defeat to Verona on Saturday, Punch Sports Extra reports. Speaking at the post-match press conference, Palladino acknowledged the challenge of losing two key players, Lookman and defender Odilon Kosono of Ivory Coast, but was encouraged by the return of Kolasinac and Scalvini, whom he described as equally important to the squad. We are losing two important players for us, Lookman and Kosono, strong and decisive, but we are regarding Kolasinac and Scalvini, who are equally important, he said. We need to get Sulemana back, who had a minor issue. I try to recover everyone because I need all the players to feel involved. Atalanta boss rules Lookman AFCON departure. You can pick up the Punch Sports for more details.
All right, thank you. This is all we have for you on today in the dailies. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for not touching the down. Thank you for being with us. My name still remains Bukola Comfort Dada, and with me is
Aiba Karina Wari.
Thank you.
Have a beautiful week ahead. Bye.
From Abuja to Lagos, Sokoto to Port Harcourt, Enugu to Ilorin, all across Nigeria, we're bringing news and information